Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. And please sit back, relax, and enjoy your stay. Kick your feet up and grab some popcorn. And lest we not forget, enjoy the show. Today we sharpen our kitchen knives. I hope you all enjoy. But it's not just kitchen knives, actually. We're sharpening a bunch of tools, actually. I hope you guys don't mind. So, I actually have with me the same kitchen knives we used before on our last ASMR-ish stream. So, a bunch of other things. I say a bunch, but it's only really one. There's also an axe I need to sharpen. It's very blunt, as you can see. But, well, winter is coming. It's getting quite cold here now that it's autumn here in Australia. And well, at this current point in time, I will require some form of warmth. And so, at the current moment, we will be sharpening my axe so that I can, well, so that I can chop some wood properly. Let me just increase the volume of a certain thing. I don't think the music can be heard quite well. Give me one moment. This should make it a little bit more audible. Now, first and foremost, I will have to wet the whetstone once again. I hope everyone enjoys their stay. Let me just make sure that nobody uses a certain sound alert that people have been abusing for quite a while now. I'm just gonna turn that off for this particular stream because I want this stream to be nice, relaxing. Okay? Okay. So then, I will turn off certain sound alerts. Actually, you know what? I'll turn off all the sound alerts at the current moment. Is there any way to... I'm gonna turn it to 0. Actually, no. Let's put it back up because I'll completely forget. Instead, I would like... temporarily remove this. I should have probably done this before the stream started. I apologize. I'm very disorganized, to say the least. Now, how do I... Scenes. Library. My alerts. Hello, Febby. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy your stay. Now, sound alerts are off for this stream, so I apologize for that in advance. I will not be letting sound alerts play for this stream, for those of you who are in Twitch, so that this can be a very zen, relaxing moment. Now then, we begin with the first knife. This is a Japanese nakari knife. It's a kitchen knife meant for chopping up vegetables. Now then, if I recall the correct position to get so here real quick. Sorry, a bit disorganized. We'll get there. Don't worry. Should be all. Now, hang on 1 second. This thing is in the way. Let me transfer this to the other side. 1 moment. There we go. I appreciate that, Teddy. Okay. Hopefully everyone's having a great day today. You're all awesome and fantastic. Thank you very much. Craig Tamashi. How are you today? I hope you're all doing well. Now, once again, I have only a little bit of experience with knife sharpening, but essentially, what you want is to only put pressure on these fingers on the left, while going that way. You don't want to put too much pressure on it as you're pulling it back. Hello, Fluttering Snow. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy your stay. Wait, did I say snow? I meant sorrow. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit, focused on this, knife sharpening bit. But we won't just be sharpening knives today. We'll also be sharpening an axe. Because I need my axe to be a bit sharper. After all, I do require a good implement in which to cut the wood for my fire pit, now that it's becoming autumn over here in Australia. But how are you? That's alright. Thank you so much for the follow, Fluttering Snow. But yes, you do want to keep a consistent angle throughout it. And what you essentially want to do is keep sharpening one side until you're able to create a burr. Oh, did I say snow again? I'm so sorry. Sorry. Fluttering snow. Sorrow. I'm sorry. Okay, I've been playing a little bit too much Nikkei. Okay, I may be into gacha games, and I've been playing Nikkei, and Snow White's my favorite character. What am I making? I'm simply sharpening my knives. I'm not really making anything. At least not yet. I will, however, end up using it later on one of our cooking streams. So I hope you'll join us for that. I see. I'll have to see your profile picture in a bit. But for now, I'm simply sharpening I find nice because I've noticed while I was using it in the kitchen recently, it's gotten quite blunt. It's no longer able to cut as cleanly as it did before. And granted, this was one of the cheaper knocking knives from Amazon, but this was bought for me by some of the most important people to me. And you'll be hard-pressed to find me getting rid of it anytime soon. So I want to maintain it. The girl in the picture is called Sharpening, the songstress. That sounds very familiar, actually. Where's that from? Her theme song is Song of the Island of Sorrow. You see, she must be a tragic character. I would like to know her story one day. But that does sound familiar. Sharpening, the songstress. Now, one thing you will notice is that there's a lot of black powder that's being put into the whetstone. Some people like to remove it, but I've heard that it's actually more helpful to leave it on. Ah, you come from Indonesia. What was the greeting my friends taught me? Assalamualaikum? Terima kasih for joining the stream today, Freddy. I hope you enjoy your stay. Now then, this whetstone is starting to feel a little bit dry, so I'll sprinkle some water over it again. The girl in the profile picture was once a normal girl. Yeah. But she merged with the legend of the songstress. Interesting. Now, I will go a little bit faster. Now that I've got a bit of a rhythm for it. Oh, I'm not Muslim or anything. It's just what my friends told me to say to greet them in. I don't particularly have a specific. I don't really have a specific religion. I do believe that there might be something out there that we could call a god, but I don't know about any specific religion. Basically, she had a yearning love for a man driving a boat that was forced to love a rich nobleman. Ah, the classic tragedy. I don't know how true this is, but apparently, the concept of marrying for true love wasn't even invented until around the 1800s or something? Or 1900s? Something like that? I'm not sure when exactly. But, if true, quite sad. Give me a sec. Let's get a little bit of... There we go. Still not quite a burr yet. But give me a sec. Let's see, Shira newly emerged with the legend. How long does it cook? We're not cooking anything today. We're simply sharpening our tools in preparation for, well, it'll depend. I will be cooking the emu egg that one of you guys bought for me. A little revenge for losing the emu wars, I suppose. I'll definitely look that up after the stream then. I appreciate you sharing that story with me. Give me one moment. Let me just clean that up quick. I'm starting to feel a burr emerge, but it's quite a small burr at the moment, so just put some more water over here. We don't want to let it dry up too much. The water will help a lot. Oh, a PvP MOBA. You know what? A friend of mine has actually been trying to introduce me to a 5v5 PvP MOBA. Mobile Legends Bang Bang, I think it was? I don't mind MOBAs, actually, as long as I have fun people to play with. It's kind of the same with League of Legends, for example. I stopped playing because I didn't really have that many fun people to play with, and I only had bad experiences. But I wouldn't mind if I had fun people to play with who didn't get tilted or salty all the time. And started calling me names. That's just a normal League experience. I'll just wipe off the grain again. Another thing, by the way. You're bothering to sharpen your knife like I am. Please do me a favor. Don't throw it in the dishwasher. The dishwasher, although convenient, will make it less sharp. It will basically take away a lot of the sharpness. Okay, I'm starting to feel a burr. That's good. But I don't quite think it's enough. Alright, take care. I hope you enjoyed your stay here, Fabby. Her epic skin palette is indigo with a little black and strand of blue and gold. That sounds wonderful. Oh, hold on. That's starting to go. There we go. I need something a little more stable than this. Maybe I should lock it in like that. There we go. Soon enough, this will be a wonderful night to use once again. I remember the first time I got this, it was so sharp that just touching the blade nicked my finger. And then I tried deboning a chicken with it, and I was able to quarter the chicken in under 30 seconds. It was so sharp, and I was so happy to receive it. I didn't even know I got it. But, well, it's something that I will always cherish, no matter what. Okay. Bit of a burr on pretty much every bit of it now. Just need to create burr. Towards the edge, I'm struggling to make a burr. lines are somewhat tragic. You know what? I'm a sucker for tragedy. Let me look this up. Sharon Nui on Myoji. But after the stream, of course. Alright. The only two bits that still don't quite have a bird is the bottom and top ones. Are flowers meant to bloom only for the amusement of humans? And will we ever know me again? You can feel the emotion from that. There we go. Alright. Let's go ahead and see if there's a burnout. Yes, there's a burr at the bottom. Going all the way through. Yes, good. Now a burr on each side. Now, this is the tricky part for me. I'm actually not entirely sure whether I'd be happier doing it like this or swapping hands and doing it like this. Because I can't quite keep my left arm as steady as my right arm. So I'm not entirely sure. Well, for now, let's add a bit more water to it. She's super OP in the 5v5 game, because if one of her fans slaps your character in the game, the butterfly lands next. You need to run like crazy because she's super mobile. I see. That sounds fun. Alright then. We'll try like this for a bit then. Basically, if a butterfly touches you, and you see a butterfly fluttering at your direction while you run, you are mostly always going to die. Mostly, I assume there's some items that can prevent that. Only had sharpening metals to sharpen my blades. This one looks way smoother. Oh yeah, this one truly gets into the sharpening bit of it. And welcome to the stream, Coffee. Thank you so much for joining. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy your stay. A light wipe. sprinkle in some more water. I may have sharpened that a little too much on this side already somehow. There's already a burr on this side. Odd. We'll go a little bit more, just to be safe. But... yes, watering it does make the sharpening better. And the animation is calm? That's good. It's always great when the developers add a little something for your favorite character. Now that side is okay. Alright. We'll head back to using the other side then. There we go. Let me just move this bit here again. Sorry, one sec. That way I can properly sharpen. Here we go. First thing you see is the door opening up and Shiranui dances while huge amounts of little flames floating by. She creates butterfly poses. That sounds fun. But yes, adding a bit of water actually helps, and in certain cases it's actually mandatory in terms of sharpening with a whetstone. This whetstone in particular, I had to submerge in water. You gotta go? That's alright. Have a good time. I hope you had a good time. But yes, this particular whetstone, for example, I had to submerge in water first. To leave it submerging in water for about 5 minutes or until the bubbles stop pouring out of it. I may have over-sharpened it on one end. Oh, whoops, almost cut myself there. That's unfortunate, but that's okay. At least we know it's working. Yes, so I just need to fix this tiny bit from here to here. Okay. Let's just add a bit more water. Let's see. Just a tiny bit more. over sharpen one end because then it becomes uneven. It's just a little bit more around this area in particular. Yeah, just this tiny bit here. Okay, let's see. Might need just a tiny bit on this end. Alright. Oh yeah, that feels so much smoother. That could probably cut me a lot easier now too. Alright. So, just as a demonstration of the sharpness, we are gonna go ahead and cut this cardboard. Ready? 3, 2, 1. I did not put any weight on that whatsoever. In fact, that was kind of holding back its own weight. Now, let's see if we can cut with raising the... I'm going to raise this cardboard, okay? There we go. All I'm doing is raising the cardboard. I'm not even dropping the knife at all. And that's how sharp it's become. I'm glad to see it maintaining its rigor. But that's done. So let's move on to the next knife. This one here was given to me by one of my favorite old co-workers. Unfortunately, we no longer work together as the company we used to work for was absolute dog crap. But, well, what can you do, I suppose. Let's go ahead and add some more water up here. There we go. Alrighty then. Let us begin. My coworker used to, for whatever reason, keep a lot of knives in his car, and they were all kitchen knives, and they'd been unopened as well. And he was just like, hey, I have a lot of knives in my car. Would you like one? And I was like, hell yeah, I love knives. Now, unfortunately, unfortunately, he did eventually tell me the reason. It's not exactly a pretty reason, but I understand why, and I am happy to take these knives away from him. I am not at liberty to discuss such matters. Not that it's illegal or anything, it's just private. Everybody has some history, and I'd like to respect that. But that is essentially where I got this knife. And it's been a really nice knife, honestly. I've been using it a lot for cutting off the skin off of pork so that I can make pork crackling, and then in place of the skin, I would just load it up with whatever barbecue rub I have, and then slow roast it. And then it would create a delicious bark that acts like a really soft, crispy skin. And it is the best thing ever. Now then, put a bit more water here. go. How's everybody's day been so far, though? I hope you're all doing well. Sharpening knives is really fun for me. It's relaxing. It's a nice way to just zone out sometimes and just, not zone out specifically, but it's a nice zen type of feeling. I feel at peace. I do have to make sure I got the angles correct, otherwise it'll be a little bit bad. Now then, let's see. A bit of a burr. Much of a burr towards here though, so I'll try fixing that up. There we go. That's starting to feel a little more acceptable. Getting the edge is quite the challenge, I should say. Let's see. Hello, Den. Welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy your nap. Take care of yourself. Oh, hydrate. Right, I should hydrate. Let me see. There we go. Hydrated successfully. All right. Here we go. Odd. It's creating a on the opposite side somehow. Am I doing this wrong? Do I need more water? How is it creating a burr on the opposite end of it? Okay, there we go. Now I can feel the burr on this end. Good, good. I'm not going crazy. All right. Let's see. I do still need a burr everywhere else, so the burr is quite weak towards the bottom. So continue on like so, and hopefully we will be good. Here we go. But continue to water it. I just put Just a little closer, because the water's starting to get on my desk. There we go. Those of you wondering why I'm using a baking tray, it's just because there's an elevation to this, and the baking tray helps prevent spilling onto my desk. Because it does require a lot of water. Though gradually, of course. There we go. Okay, there's a good burr around the top bits of the blue, but towards the bottom, it's a little bit abysmal, so let's see if I can focus mainly on this bottom bit here. Hopefully. Bit of burr there now, and that'll be good. Alright then. If that's the case, we move this back over here, and hopefully we'll be able to have a bit of a nicer time with this one. Alright. How's everybody liking so far? I'm personally enjoying my time. It's just nice to relax every once in a while. It's nice to be chaotic, but it's also nice to be calm, zen, focused, aligned. It's like driving away some of the rougher parts of impurity inside. Obviously not everything can be washed away just simply by sharpening a knife, but at the very least, it makes me feel wonderful. There we go. Now, you don't actually want to go too low, because the blade itself, or at least the cutting edge, is not actually as steep of an angle as you think. And eventually, you may accidentally scratch the blade itself, as opposed to the cutting part. Now then. There is a bit of a burr around every bit of it now. Just missing a bit on this edge again, for some reason. I don't know why it's so hard to get the edges, and also the bottom bit. I just don't get it. But, well, what can you do? I do hope that this is any way at all satisfying. Now then, that should have given me the burr I need. Nope, still a burr on this. Still not a burr on the edge. Don't quite quite understand how it's able to do it, but... Let's see. It's a bit of a burnout, so I'll give that. I'll give it to that. Let's just splash some more water on again. And we'll go back to the opposite end. Hopefully, this will be nice and relaxing. Shouldn't take too long for us to no longer have a burr on one end. Okay. Let's see. No burrs. Let's see. It appears to perform this bit. Let's see. Did that clear it up? Yeah, that's smooth now. Okay. Maybe just a bit over here. And there we go. That should be sharp as rain. And if you can see a little bit here, cut through a bit of my skin, thankfully no blood drawn. But we press on. Once again, another test. I'll cut a bit of cardboard again. Once again, this is the cutting part here. I'm going to lower the cardboard onto it, actually. And there we go. Look blunt on this part. Why? Odd. Maybe I haven't sharpened that part enough? The rest of it is really sharp. I'll focus mainly on this part here. And okay, let's try that again with a bit more cardboard. Okay, there we go. That feels much sharper now. Alright, that's the second knife done. I am a little worried that I'm kind of not really doing it evenly, but c'est la vie. Carpe diem. Now, this one, on the other hand, will be a bit tricky. Normally you're supposed to use a circular whetstone for this one, and sort of just, you know, rough rough it down, but, well, we don't have circular whetstone here, so we'll have to make do with a similar method. And this one will probably take the longest, so... You can see all the gunk coming out of it. And you can already see the bits where it's started becoming cleaner. Though to be fair, compared to a kitchen knife, this probably isn't exactly anywhere near as clean, which is why we saved it for last. Unless, of course, I decide I want more. In which case... well, we'll see when it happens. This is giving off a bit of a smell, actually. Perhaps it's the difference between things that have been cleaned and things that have not. Kind of actually really smells. Look at that. Like, compared to the rest of it, it's quite shiny and underneath all that. But it's still nowhere near sharp. I'm pressing my finger over it. This is going to take quite a long time. So, while we're here, we are just gonna simply, slowly but surely work on it. Hopefully, we'll get to it. Now I will preface, this is a hand axe, which I assume isn't supposed to be as sharp as a normal woodcutter's axe. But it is far too blunt for what it is right now. So I really do want to sharpen it a little more. Now, I am using a similar method to what I was using with the knife, but if I were to actually try and sharpen this properly with the proper whetstone, give me one moment. It would look something a little more similar. Let me just wipe a bit of this off. To doing something like this. But that's just how you normally polish up an axe. With a circular whetstone. This obviously won't work as well with this, because this is not a circular whetstone. I mean, it still has an effect, of course. A whetstone's a whetstone. But I digress. Let us go back. Cleaning through it. Wow, look at how much shinier this is. Just on the bladed bits where I've been sharpening. If only the blade itself weren't so dull. is rather unfortunate. This has been used for many, many years. I don't know who's used it and for how long, but it has seen its fair share of wear and tear. But despite that, it's been quite well kept despite it all, since I know this has been at least 15 years old, maybe 20. So, who knows? Let's see. Here we are. It is a lot harder to keep the same angle on an axe. That's to be certain. Yeah. That. This may take about an hour in and of itself, actually. Considering how little progress we're making with this whetstone. I suppose I should have gotten the lower grit, but, well, hindsight, I suppose. This is a whetstone meant for kitchen knives and not an axe. Kitchen knives tend to be a little bit finer. But, well, even though it'll take some effort, eventually we'll be able to sharpen this properly. Alright. Yes, as you can see. It's too bad you guys can't smell what I'm smelling. I wonder if that's what it smells like to work in a forge. If it were a grindstone. But, well, let's continue onwards for now. Now let me get a bit more water onto it, actually. There we go. Now, with an axe, you do actually want a... what's it called? A higher angle than the one that you'd be doing with a kitchen knife. And that's one thing I'm currently trying to make sure I do. Because you never know. You never know. Here we go. I'm starting to feel a tiniest hint of an edge, maybe. So I'll start working on the other side for now. Let me just move this container over here on the other side again. Now this won't be anywhere near as sharp as my kitchen knives that I was just sharpening, but it should do well. sure it's the right angle. There we go. I can tell that this side has not been worked on as much as the other. Whoops. I should probably put my water bottle somewhere there. There we go. Alrighty. Hello, Razorgon. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining, and please sit back, relax, and enjoy your stay. Take your feet up and grab some popcorn. And lest you not forget, enjoy the show. How are you today? I'm making sure our wood chopping axe is ready for the winter. I'm not going to kill anyone, don't worry. This is just to keep us warm for the winter. And besides, if I were to kill anybody, why would I say it out loud? You can see just from here, from the side I was working on a while ago, it is significantly sharper, or significantly more polished once you get rid of all the grime on the outside. No, you can't. Besides, even if you could, it'd be completely unrecognizable. I'd be completely safe. I keep spitting out blood that's flooding my mouth. Oh, sore throat. That's unfortunate. I hope you feel better soon. I hate sore throats. They're the worst. Because you already have to deal with not being able to talk or swallow or anything, but even eating is, like, painful. Like, you already have to deal with the coughing and all that. And then you can't even eat. Still, I don't think you can, because I'm moving my face around, and the most you see is my shadow, it looks like. Let me just move this a little bit further up. And move back into this angle. It's a lot easier to work with like this. Here we go. Once Baki comes over to Australia and visits, it'd be nice to have like a just chatting stream right in front of the fire pit. Like, I'll probably drag Baki all the way over to my place, just so we can have a bit of a fire pit experience. You know, make some s'mores and stuff. And maybe for a cooking stream as well. Why not get a grindstone? I don't think we have a room for a grindstone, unfortunately. So I'm just using my, my kitchen knife's whetstones. I've already sharpened my knives before. Just pour some more water. Right. Let us continue. I do realize that this will take forever, but I don't plan on fully sharpening this, so it'll be fine. I mostly just want to get rid of a lot of the impurities at the front, and also give it a slight edge, because it's getting a little bit harder to use this. Gradually turn with leg, like cycling, pass by. You can just say, I used to be an adventurer just like you, until I took an arrow to the knee. I see you're finally awake. They caught you trying to cross the border. Yes. You look at that bit over there, for example. There's still a little bit of, untouched area there. And that's how I know I haven't been sharpening that part. Because this thing is filthy as hell. Because it's never been cleaned. Because it's usually just used to chop wood. So nobody really even bothers. But if you see over here on the other side, most of it, aside from a few dots here and there, have been gone through. So I'm just gonna go and see if I can continue until I can minimize those dots. Let's, instead of dipping our hand in, why don't we dip the axe in and then sharpen it? That would be the smart idea. Welcome back, Fluttering Sorrow. Oh, nice. What'd you have? Was it Jollibee? I bet it was Jollibee. That ing? Ooh. Haven't heard that in a while. How was it? I think the last Filipino dish I ate was adobo. Like the Filipino style adobo anyways. I know there's also adobo in... which part of China was it? What did I have for dinner? Right, I had xiaolong bao for dinner. I hope you have a wonderful meal, Razorgon. I'm kind of curious if I can get this sharp enough so that I can use it as a throwing axe. Oh, right, you have a sore throat. Oh, you poor thing. Completely forgot about your sore throat. I'm so sorry. You have my sympathies. I am no stranger to having a sore throat. It is the absolute worst. Here we go. I think my only worry is that this is a flip phone, and the way my tripod is set up for my phone, it's kind of lengthwise because it's supposed to be a phone/tablet mount. So it's too long to be held horizontally. So I have to hold it vertically on it. And because this is a flip phone and I'm using the front camera instead of the selfie camera, it could accidentally snap. You know, fold in half because I have a flip phone. That is one worry, but as long as I don't knock anything, I should be fine. Oh, I have the Motorola Razr Flip because I really wanted a flip phone again. But I also didn't want to lose the capability of playing smartphone games. So I was just like, you know what? They're coming out with smart flip phones. The Motorola Razr Flip is the only one of the flip phones out right now that's both affordable and doesn't have a screen that'll eventually start scratching itself in the middle. No, not the old type flip phone. I have the new Motorola Razr Flip. It's a smart flip phone. But yeah, I wanted to be able to open my phone like they used to with the flip phones. When they answer the call, they just flip it open and be like, hey, what's up? I don't know, it just felt cool. And do you really need any more reason than it felt cool? Like, be honest with me. Ooh, the Assist ROG 6. I didn't even know they had a 6 already. I think I only ever had the ROG 3, I think. But unfortunately, the screen broke, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let somebody else deal with that, sell it for like a quarter of its price, and then get myself a new phone. So yeah. Because holy mother of God, getting a replacement screen for that thing is not cheap. A blooming butterfly is a flower you cannot pick in a gentle, soft voice. Hang on, let's see. A blooming butterfly is a flower you cannot pick. There we go. They have a large battery capacity. Hell yeah, external cooler that can make your phone cold even on heavy gaming. Nice. I'm glad to hear that the mobile phone companies are making, well, the companies are making good gaming mobile phones. There are a lot of games coming out for the mobile that's surprisingly good. Let's just hold this tray and do it this way instead. Okay. You can actually see where it's kind of scratched. I don't know if you can see it properly, but you can see it's starting to get shinier and shinier as I get through it. You can see it. Yeah, so there's how I'm going at it. This is the part that I accidentally polished off in the process. Yeah. This part obviously hasn't been cleaned properly yet, but we'll start going on this side now. Whoops. Let's put that back over there. Dip that in water. Now, doing it this way is going to take forever. I do recommend other methods, or at the very least, coarser whetstone, I should say. Because I'm using a 1000 grit one, and it's recommended to use a 320 grit one. Normally, you wouldn't really use a 320 grit one for a kitchen knife, unless it's got, like, you know, unless it's got stuff you need to repair. You know, like little chips and all that. Maybe a little too much going on there now. So let me just dip a bit more water. And dip this in water as well. And then continue onwards. There we go. I will let you know now, Razorgon. I turned off sound alerts for this stream, simply so people can relax and be zen about things. Of course, it'll be coming back on during the normal streams, which means you can, in fact, jump scare me again. I unfortunately don't know how to disable sound alerts otherwise. But, well, what can you do? There we go. I do wish I had a better holding whetstone holder. But this is what I had bought, so I can't really complain. Plus, it's supposed to work on kitchen knives, not axes. But it's got grit. It'll do the same thing eventually. Let's see. Here we are. Now would you look at that? Seeing the semblance of some really shiny metal in there. Even on this side too. Look at that. It is still rather... Ooh, it's actually starting to get sharp down here. It's working, guys. Hooray. Good to know. Alright. Which means I just need to sharpen the rest of it. It's surprisingly getting extremely sharp from it. Also, it's getting to be a little bit of, like, orangey brown here. I think I might be rubbing off some rust. I'm getting off some rust. Rust. Now, I'm not going to bother making it any sharper than this part down here, because it's going to get blunt again with all the wood cutting. But I am happy with the progress. I'll just continue sharpening it just a tiny bit more on the upper edges. You see how murky and dark the amount of stuff that's coming off of it is. Thank you, Tamashi. I appreciate you saying that. Whoops. Accidentally hit the camera. Here we go. go. Almost there. Alrighty. Let me quickly double check after cleaning the blade. Alright. Let's see. It's really sharp on this bit here now. But it's still kind of blunt on these other bits. I mean, it's sharper than it was before. For sure, like absolutely 100% it's sharper. But, well, we'll have to see how things go. I just looked at where I was putting my tissues. It is really messy now. If you see that tiny little stain over there. Yeah. Maybe shouldn't have done that. But, well, what can you do? Alright, let's continue, shall we? It is starting to feel sharper. Towards the edges of it there. Now then. It's over here. I do enjoy this quite a bit. There's just something about working on metal that relieves me for some reason. Maybe I should have been a metal worker. I would love to have my own workshop one day where I can be a blacksmith. You know, just make fancy blades or tools. Unnecessarily complicated designs that are both cool and functional. One day, maybe. It would be nice. It's nice to dream after all. Now this top bit I won't be able to get off until much later because of how much thicker it is. But the rest of it, if you can see, has gotten quite thin. But we'll have to make do with that for now. I can smell all the rust and all the dirt that came from this axe. Jesus. Alright, let me just gonna put this water here. You can see how clear it is. I'm just going to submerge it and you can just see how dirty that is now. Just absolutely filthy. Jesus. That is the amount I got out of that axe. Just absolutely filthy. And that was just the blade part. I didn't even do any of the polishing for any other part, really. Just look at how disgusting that is. Oh, I shouldn't say disgusting, more like how much crap there is over there. Let's get rid of that. And yeah. It went from clear all the way to completely muddy. And yeah, that's pretty much. I do have this knife, but I think we might be throwing it soon anyways, because look at the handle, it's all cracked. It was part of a cheap set anyways, so we'll just get a better set next time. But, well, I suppose that's it for now. So then, thank you everybody so much for joining. Like I say at the end, well, I should say, for the YouTube crowd, like I say at the end of every stream, don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't already. And for Twitch, we shall be raiding somebody. So, let's go ahead and see who we can raid. But for YouTube, I thank you all once again, and I hope to see you all next time. Take care of yourselves, and sweet nightmares. Goodbye.